Ich wollte schon immer ein Superheld sein. Aber wenn ich gewusst hätte, wie all das ausgehen wird, wäre ich ein Niemand geblieben.
Einbruch beim Bundesnachrichtendienst.
Die bekannte Hackergruppe Clay bekannte sich zu der
Das
Tat.
BND galt bisher
Das
als nicht
konfrontiert den
hackbar.
BND mit dem womöglich größten Skandal seiner Geschichte.
Aber ich bin kein Niemand mehr. Ich bin einer der meistgesuchten Hacker der Welt.
Du kannst Maschinensprache lesen.
Das war die Geburtsstunde von etwas Großem. Unsere erste gemeinsame Aktion war ein kleiner Gruß an die Pharmaindustrie.
Wir brauchen Namen. Wir müssen groß werden.
Wie wär's denn mit Clay? Wir hackten alles, was wir in die Finger bekamen.
In this modern era, internet has become a tremendous revolution that changed the way we live in many different aspects. Internet helps us a lot in daily basis, such as to communicate and also to seek for information from all over the world. But again, in every single innovation, there must be some bad hands who take advantage of it for their own interest. This irresponsible use of internet can be harmful for others. So now, we would like to introduce our topic for this essay, which is one of the most common problems that we are often confronted with on the internet. The general term of this called hacking. As we've seen in the trailer of the movie before, hacking can be very troublesome. But how can we define hacking actually?
So hacking means reconfiguring a system to work in ways not served by the owner, which means that other person has access to something that should be private for someone. There are three types of hacking. First, an act which steals information from network databases. Two, hacking which changes the database information of other systems that might lead to chaos. And last, hacking which goes to damage or harm other networks. From this clip, we can see an example of hacking done by a group of people which purposes actually only to prove themselves. They don't harm other network systems, but only just to prove their capabilities and show that every system is hackable. Of course, this can be all mixed together and don't have to be separated. There are also some hacking with good purposes, but as we already described before, the most common motives of hacking are dreadful. That's why hacking can be seen as an illegal act. And the thing is, as regular private users, we also can be hacked. And sometimes it doesn't need a professional hacker to do it. So, here are some solutions that we've discussed in order to prevent hacking cases from the internet that involve viruses for private users.
To avoid hacker who could steal information from our personal gadgets, we need to make sure that the viral applications on every gadget that we are using on. Firewall could block any uncredible connection into our gadgets and also block any uncredible sites. Besides, we can also configure the internet security level. Nowadays, most of antivirus software also have a feature that could detect any malicious activities into our gadgets. People need to be aware that their antivirus is always on and updated whenever they want to open their internet browser and go surfing.
Another tips are be wary and remember to use common sense whenever you can. Wi-Fi data spoofing is quite common. Avoid logging in from random open Wi-Fis. Internet ads are full of scam. If things are too good to be true, for example, ads about getting easy, quick and large cash without much hassle, then most likely it isn't legitimate. Also, the simplest trick to receive information about someone's user authentication string of characters, also known as passwords, on a website is to crack by brute force, which is essentially repeatedly logging in using the possible combinations of passwords, range from 0, 1 to ZZZ, your birthday, or something else similar. Having a weak password, such as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or password, will help you be hacked in no time.
It's quite common for hackers to use their seemingly working Wi-Fis as means to spy on your network activities, using even free and open source softwares such as Wireshark. So, avoid connecting into random open Wi-Fi. Also, when making passwords, try to make it as hard as you can, but as easy as you can remember. This is the example of bad password utilization becoming one of the main cause of his account losing. And one of the most common trick hackers make use of is scamming. If it sounds too good to be true, then it probably is.
Last, don't ever forget to log out from every account when you're finished with them. Only by closing the browser window will not be secure enough to make sure that your account cannot be accessed by other users. Some browsers can keep the recent activities of its user, even if the browser has not been closed properly. What you must remember when you use public facilities is also, never tick on the box when the browser asks you whether to save your password. If you do all these tips, we hope that at least amateur hackers will not be able to hack into your accounts or computers.
So, that's it for our video project. We hope our tips can be useful for all of us and can increase our awareness about hacking. Thank you for watching and goodbye.
Mantap. Udah?